So we download keygen. And we generate a key. It is saying to move the mouse on the blank area here and there so that it can generate some randomness in the keys. So this is my key. Everybody's here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody, I mean, is on the same step, right?
So shall we go to our Google page?
No. Sorry, just close it. I was telling you about the importance of keys, so I opened the certificate. So keygen. Everybody has downloaded keygen?
Not yet.
Okay, so you want to do it right now, or you can do it later? I can save my public
I
key.
think Harsha, you did that, right?
Save the public
Yeah.
key. I mean, I have already made a folder in my E drive, my keys. You don't need to give them any extensions. Just save my public key and save. Okay, it will ask you to protect your key with password. We don't do it. Yes. So I can tell it's my private key. Okay, when these two keys are generated, what I will do is I will open my WinSCP. Go into my machine. My IP is 192.168. 192.168. 2251. Hmm. 192.168.255. Sorry, wrong IP address. It's 255. 255.129. Okay, it will not allow me to log in. What I did was change settings. Okay, change. There is a file in esxi etc sshd under is config. This file, this is your shell setting. Okay, and here the AWS I am searching for password. Password authentication is no. I will change it to yes. And then service sshd restart. And now I will type my username root, reconnect, username root, password root. Okay, the left side is my Windows machine. I have drive. I select my E drive and I will search for my keys folder, my keys. I think there's my keys. My keys. My keys. This is the folder. Okay, remember one thing. My private key is my private key. So you don't share it with anyone. And history. I'm sharing one command on Linux because I know everybody will type it wrong. So you can use this command right away. So what I will do is in root, I will copy this, my public key. Okay, only the public key. Then I will go to my machine and I will create a directory because I have already done it. The directory is .ssh. Why? I mean, you will go to root, you will do mkdir.ssh, you will cd into .ssh, and you know, what you will do is cp the file you have uploaded from your Windows machine. It was the private key. Okay, where I have uploaded it? In the root, my public key. Okay, my cp, this my public key dot means in which directory I am already standing. So I don't need to give the full path because I am already standing here, or you can give the full path root.ssh. So this is my public key, and I will use this command ssh keygen -i -f. I will not -i -f path of my public key, and I will do it like this. What it will does is ssh keygen will copy the content of this my public key and concatenate or append it in this authorized keys sections. Now I will open this cat authorized keys. So this is the key. Okay, what I can do is, okay, this is my public key. It is my public key, and the algorithm uses RSA, SSH, RSA. There is Diffie Hellman, DH. There are RSA, DSA, a lot of them. So I am using RSA. So this is my public key, and there is a private key, which I will not share with anyone. So this is my key. Okay. When I have put my public key in the authorized key of my machine, then I can go in my putty session, and in the settings, I will do change settings, and in connection. Okay, actually, terminal, where is it? And actually, I'm already connected there, so it's not showing me. I can open a new connection. Yes. In data, I will tell him what username I want to connect. So I will say root is my user. In authentication, I will browse for my private key. This is my private key. So my private key is there. In data, root username is there. In session, I will type the IP address of my host, like it's 192.168.255.129, and I will go here and say name it CentOS 7 or the IP address, like and I will press save. So this setting will, what it will do is, when next time you will go to login, it will just take root as your username and start authenticating with this key. Any confusion till here? I know it's little complicated, but when you will do it, it's pretty simple. Hello?
Yeah, it's complicated.
Okay.
But
You know, the keys and securities, it's very complicated. I mean, I can tell you how to encrypt and decrypt, but that's not our topic. I'm just telling you because, you know, we need to know it. It will be used later. But whatever I am telling you, it will be used later. Otherwise, I mean, I could have skipped how to log in without using password, but we need to use it in future lessons. So passwordless authentication is like, we need it. So you want to try it now, or you can do it yourselves, because 30 minutes are gone. So if you want to try it now, then I have to help you, and maybe some more
No,
time
we'll do
will go.
later, Jishan. We have recording,
You,
right? If we
you
stuck,
have
then
the
we'll take
recording.
the help. Yeah, yeah. You can
Okay.
go ahead.
So in Windows, we normally compress files, right? To save the space. How you guys compress a file in your Windows machine? Or you don't do it?
Zip, right?
Yes, zip.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a log file. Let's say var log ls minus lh, and the biggest file is, let's say, 295K, this one. Okay.
Mhm.
The size is 2 if I want to zip it, just gzip. Okay. So ls minus lh, the size was 295K. What's the size? 12K. So gzip does very good compression. Okay. If you want to unzip it,
Yes, we can.
so what's unzip command? Mohsin, you were telling
Answer.
gunzip.
Yes, bro.
G unzip.
Yeah, these are answer.
G unzip, and that's it. ls minus lh, and the file
I
is
missed
there.
that
Okay.
zip command. Jishan, can you go back? Which
Okay.
command you use for zip?
Gzip
Gzip. Okay.
and G unzip. It's a package. That's
Yeah. And
and
gunzip
if
for
you want to,
unzip. Okay.
and if you want to know where gzip is installed, it's installed at user bin gzip.
Mm-hmm.
So I told you all the binaries and all the files, installable files, go in USR directory.
Right.
So that's how you compress a file. But let's say, let's do a folder mkdir bsek backup, and I go in backup, touch abc 1, 2, abc 3. Okay, these are some files. And what I want to do is, I want to gzip backup. Okay, because I have a folder and I want to compress that folder. Okay, but you can do is, you can compress all the files inside that folder, but you cannot compress a folder. So if you have like thousands of files in this folder and you want to send it to someone, you want to email it, you want to copy it, so copying individual file takes a lot of time, and there is always a chance that something can go wrong. So we make tar balls. What's a tar ball? I mean, you have used WinRR, WinRAR,
To
or
combine
WinRAR or WinZip to combine everything in one folder, right?
Yeah.
So in Linux, it's always the good practice to go on. Okay, I'm pressing cd dot dot again. Otherwise, what I can do is, if I var log, is there any else directory ddm? If I press just cd and press enter, it will take me to my home directory, which is root. But I'm talking system root slash. So when we are making a tar ball, we called it tar ball because this is a, when you roll a paper and make a ball out of it. So this terminology came from that ball, tar ball. I think so. So tar minus CVF. C, I want to compress something. V means verbose, but show me the progress. And F, I don't know if I will see in the manual CVF. The name of a tar ball, like backup, I can just write backup, but I will write backup.tar so that I know it's a tar file. And then I will give the path var. What was the file? What was the path of that
Zip.
backup file?
User bin.
Now, if I
EC.
want to take the backup, I want to make a tar backup.tar of my backup folder, where that backup folder is. I mean, you have seen my screen, so
Backup.
ETC.
Yeah, it's under
log backup. Okay.
yeah, log backup. Mhm.
So when I press this, okay, let's see if it is created. Yes, backup.tar is created.
Mhm.
So what I will do is rm minus rf var log backup. That folder is gone.
Deleted.
We can see by, okay, in the very handy thing about putty session is, I did cd, I double click, it's highlighted. Okay, highlighted and automatically copied. And when I will do right
Click on
click,
the right. Yeah.
right click, it will like paste it. Though
Paste
the
it.
directory is not there, it's gone. So I have taken a backup, or so I have made a tarball of that backup and removed the folder. Now I will do is tar minus cxvf backup.tar. X means decompress, V for verbose, and F is, I don't know. I mean, I'm using this command for like 15 years, so maybe at that time I will see the manual and I can tell you. So yes, so it has created that backup folder again, and all my files are restored at that location from where they were taken backup. Got it?
That file says
Any confusion here?
SXVF.
Tar minus xvf. Okay, one more thing. I want to make a backup again. The backup is there, and I want to compress it. gzip backup dot tar. Okay. So it's now tar.gz. Okay. Now, if I want to untar this file, I know it's a zip file. So first I will use gunzip. Then we will untar it. Okay. But there is a better command. Tar minus zxvf. I am telling you, tar, that it's a zip file. You first unzip it, then you start untarring it. Okay. So it will, but first let me delete that folder so we are sure it's working. Var sorry, rm minus rf var log backup. So backup is gone. Now I'm doing tar minus zxvf. That's it. And cd var log, the folder is there. Okay. So in single command, we can tell tar that it's a zip file. So just unzip it and then decompress it. We are good with the compression, decompression. We can compress file, we can uncompress file, we can use tar, we can untar, we can make tar.gz. Because most of the packages on the internet, if you download something, it will be in either tar or in tar.gz. So you should know how to tar and untar it. So anybody tried passwordless login, or you will do it later?
We're probably gonna do it later.
Yeah.
It's a little complicated.
But simultaneously, if we are doing so, we lost our focus from your lecture, Jishan. So it's better to,
Okay.
Focus. Yeah.
You have to share me the recording, so we'll do later.
Okay, I'll share it later. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
So you have a directory. Where is my screen sharing is paused. Resume. So I have a directory cd, but let's go to root. df minus h. I think we did this command or not?
No, never did.
No,
that.
df
not
minus
yet.
h.
No.
Okay, df minus h. What this command does is it will tell you that this is your one mount point, SDA1. SDA is your hard disk. SDA1 is your boot. SDA3 is your root. These two file systems are mounted. And that's it. Everything is then mounted on root. So these are your mount points. Like this is your C drive, SDA3. And this is like 118 GB in size, 5.1 GB is used in OS, 113 is available, and this is in percentage, utilization percentage, okay? And this is mounted on root. So this is how you know what partitions and what mount points are there in your machine. If you think your application is not working, the first thing I check is if the file system is full. And if it is full, I mean, if it is 100% here, so the application has no space to write, so it is giving some error. So I will go on root Now I have some directories here, and I want to see which directory is taking more space. So there are a couple of ways, not the easy ones. So there is a command du minus h. What df does is it will tell you the file system. What du will do, it will tell you the size of, it will calculate all the files and their sizes. And in the end, it will tell you what's sitting on root. So you
So
see,
this is showing the packages installed.
this has told me everything installed on that machine because I have run this du in root. And you see it's 5.1 GB. That's what df minus h was telling you. And it will tell you the size in the end that USR is taking 3.9 GB. What you can do is you can grab anything. You can grab this word G. Grep G. I can enter again. So there is some information that USR share is taking 1.4 G. This is taking 3.9 G. You can scroll up. You can apply some more filters. Mostly the var is full. So you go du minus h in the var, and it will tell you var is taking 1 GB. Okay. cdtmp. Or direct you can do is du minus h / tmp. So it will tell you the size of temp directory. So du minus h, you can check the directory size. Okay. Cache is taking 900 MB. This is the, I mean, CD cache. What it's caching, it's, I don't know what, CPUs, configurations, whatever. Anyways, so you can find your files, and there are a lot of things you can do. We can make scripts which can find the file bigger than, let's say, 1 GB. In Linux, everything is done through commands, and if you want to create easiness, you can create your scripts. Scripts are what they are. I mean, you should have some basic knowledge of programming, very basic knowledge, and you can make your scripts. So now we are done with directory size, directory listing. We are done with du, df, gzip, tar, unzip, and compressing files, decompressing files, and one more thing. I have a file, cd log, and let's open some file. You see? Are you guys here?
Yes, yes.
You know, I want to copy this directory. Oh, sorry, this line. Yeah, complete line. Or this complete line. So what I will press, I told you to delete a line. What was the command yesterday? In your text editor, I told you how to delete a line.
D 2 times
Huh?
D.
2 times D. When you press 2 times y, I mean 2 times y, and
Sorry,
you
what is
go 2 times y,
Okay.
it copies the complete line, and when you press P, it pastes that line. Got it? I want to copy this line. So press y, and let's say I want to paste it, insert, escape, and press P. So this line is copied here and pasted here. And if I want to delete it, double D. Go on the line, press double D. Go on the line, paste it. Okay. And I'm not saving this file. Sorry, small q exit. Colon q exit. So that's how you copy and paste So copy paste is done. Okay, I will not going to NS lookup. NS lookup is very important. If your internet is not working, if you want to see your DNS is resolving, you will just do NS lookup. You say yahoo.com. It will tell you the IP address of yahoo.com.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago.
Net
Not
stat
completely
minus
changes.
NR. Net stat minus NR will tell you the gateway of your machine. Okay.
Okay.
Net stat minus A will tell you a lot of things, but we can go it page by page. Pipe more means page by page. So it is showing me the first page of too many things. Okay. And if I press spacebar, it will show me the next page. So I can see on my machine that service SSH is running or listening on port. There is some service running on this UDP port. If I have a web server, there should be a port 80 here. So through this, we can see what's happening in our machine on network level. What port is listening, the state is listening, it is established SSH because I am connected with this machine. So sometimes we need to know what's happening with our machine or if the port is listening or not. And before closing the class, I will ask everybody to download one more package, Telnet. Like, I don't know, internet, most of you have no internet available, right? No, not on your Linux machine, not on the Windows machine. Everybody paying 8.8.8. And if someone has any problem, let me know. -C, let's say 6. I want to send 6 packets to google.com. That's it. I can send 1 packet. So after 6 packets, it will be. But sometimes we need continuous ping because why we are pinging it, because sometimes we want to know our network connectivity. Sometimes we want to know the stability of the connection. And if this response varies a lot, there is something wrong with my internet connection. So mostly, if I want to check the connectivity, just 4 packets are enough. And you see, 4 packet transmitted, 4 packets received. So 0% packet loss. So the network is fine. So if you guys have internet connections, yum. It's not today's topic, but just type yum install -y telnet. Enter.
Okay, installed, complete.
Install complete. Okay, because sometimes we need to telnet, and there are more packages which I can tell you yum, but okay, we will do it in the yum session, the
So why we
repository
need
session.
telnet, Jishan?
Sometimes actually it is used in troubleshooting. If I am running Apache right now, yum install -y httpd. Wait a minute. Sometimes we need to check telnet localhost. Localhost is my Linux localhost. Localhost means, localhost is localhost. How should I explain it? It's your Linux machine. And localhost is if you are sitting inside your machine, okay? And I will telnet port 80. The connection is refused because there is no port 80 available. If someone says my server is down, first you need to check from your local machine that if the port 80 is listening or not. Service httpd start. Okay, the service is started. It is connected to the local host. So, and what you can do is next stat -na pipe more. There is a port 80 somewhere listening here. This is your port 80. Now it was not listening before. So this is how we troubleshoot ports if the service is listening or not listening. So you telnet it on the service port. So what I did was I did telnet. I can do localhost because I am sitting on this host, or I can do the IP address of this machine. IP address of this machine. Okay, first I need to know the IP address. IPAS. Okay. So I will do
192.168.
192.168.255.129. So yes, we are good to go. If we are sitting on the same machine, we can do localhost. If we are testing it from outside, we need to give the IP address. Okay. So that's why I have installed it. The HTTPD is what? HTTPD is a web server. And what I can do now is I'm in 192.168.255.129. No? Okay. Fine. Control C. Service. Firewall D. Firewall D status. Yes, it's on service firewall D stuff. Sorry, stop. Dada. My Apache page is there. It's a future session, but I will tell you what Apache is. So Apache page is there. The firewall was blocking it. So promoting Apache and Centos, blah blah blah. You are the administrator. You should add your website content to the directory var www.html. So to prevent this page from ever being used, follow the instructions in the file welcome.conf. So this is testing 1 2 3. Your web server is up.